Greetings. Today we continue part 4, focusing on our present service from 1 Peter 1, verses 13 and 14. We're going to Isaiah 29:13, the Old Testament basis for what Jesus said in Matthew 15:8 and 9. Wherefore the Lord said, For as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, Who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Verse 16, very important. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, He made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, He had no understanding? Woe to the rebellious children. This is chapter 30 and verse 1 now. Saith the Lord, Take counsel, but not of me, and that cover me with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add to their sin. Too much of the religious world has forsaken the searching for and the obeying of truth in favor of those things which satisfy the fleshly lust of the multitudes. Such is nothing less than idolatry by biblical standards. Only a lack of knowledge of God's word will allow one to substitute idolatry for true worship. Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount, it's recorded in Matthew 6:24, No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. Mammon and unrighteous service are linked together in Luke chapter 16. Prior to the relating of the story concerning the rich man and Lazarus, we'll begin in verse 9. And I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, that when ye fail, they may receive you into everlasting habitations. He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. And he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. If therefore you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to you the true riches? And if you have not been faithful in that which is another man's, who shall give you that which is your own? No servant can serve two masters, for either will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. Notice that mammon is set forth as a rival to God for the attention, the affections, and the actions of mankind. It's an example of personification, where human traits are assigned to inanimate objects. That's what's being used here when he says this. In reality, there is no substitute or alternative to the worship of the one true God. But in spite of this unalterable fact, many are duped into believing so and worship false things. Jeremiah 7:18 says, The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings under other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. Notice the whole family is involved in a system of idolatrous worship.